Welcome to Factorio. My name is Nilaus, and this is another weekly highlight of my base running over on Twitch. It's running Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays. And here I will bring you up to date on what has happened over the previous week so that you can jump on in and be fully updated if you missed the stream, or maybe you don't feel like watching live and you just want to get an update of this weird and strange spaghetti base that I'm building for myself. So one of the things that I should mention is that I wanted to have three streams last week, but then there was the whole Icarus launch weekend, and we ended up streaming 24 hours this weekend. I hope you were part of it. A lot of people came on over. It was super amazing, but that meant that we only have 2 streams to summarize, and that means I didn't quite complete the purple science. But the good thing about it is that if you join the next stream, then we will be completing the purple science on that stream. That's almost a promise. So let's have a look at what we managed to accomplish during the week, because I think we made a very good progress and we see some bigger underlying problems with the base, but those are actually solved by the launch. I think that's going to be awesome. We're starting here where we ended up at the last weekly update, and the focus at this point is really just making more ammo, because the ammo is needed for our defense. We have completed the defense up here, but you can see it's not really getting enough ammo. It's running all the way out. It is getting all the way down here. So we really, because of the evolution is there we go. It is over 90%. That means we are getting behemoth attacks, and if behemoth attacks comes in here, they will absolutely destroy this, and you can also see they're running out. So I need to get something better. So this part here is not updated, and this entire line here is not updated, and worst of all, this line is not updated, and this is where we get a lot of attacks, because the pollution is, as you can see, it's reaching up here, but the new turrets with the better ammo are taking care of this, but over here they're not quite taking care of it. So that's going to be one of the big things before we even get started on some of the design for the purple science, which is the next on the agenda. And here we are after the first stream of the week, and what we can see now is that we have buffed up our defenses here. This is good. Down here, this is also safe. We are putting it in here, and we have this warning if there's a problem. This perimeter is now what I would consider safe, and there's only one place feeding it, so it has to feed all the way through to all of that. Take that out. And I think that makes it a lot safer. We're not going out at all to deal with them at this point, and we might do that, but that's not what we want to do. This entire base, I found this location to be where we need to build purple science, and purple science is absolutely disgusting to build, and as we all know, anyone who's built purple science before knows how much of a step up in everything it is. We're going to start with this small build here. This is going to take care of about 3 per second. This is exactly the same as what we have for yellow science, but since purple science is not going to run all the time, we maybe don't need to have it this big all the time. But it's going to be for all the infinite science, we do need to keep it running like this. We are going to get in here, simple things coming in. It's pretty basic. If you look at it, the only thing that's high quantity is, of course, the rails, and the rails are coming in on a dedicated line right there. This is the rails, and it comes in here. So what we need to do is make a separate one for rails. Sorry about that. And we need 27 rails per second, and I'm building 30 rails per second. So we have a full build coming out here. It takes iron in, steel in, and stone in here. Over on the other side, we build a single facility for all the other things. We get steel in here. Red circuits in here. We need a stupid amount of red circuits, and then green circuits in, and that builds here and here. And if we look at how much we need, then we need 0.9 plus 0.9, and that should be exactly what we need for this part. 0.9 and 0.9. So those are all completely balanced. And then I started working on the steel, because if we look at how much steel is needed, that one here, this needs 9 steel per second. That's a lot. Plus another 14 steel per second. So that's 23 steel per second. And if I look at this little thing here, it's probably not even fully saturated. Is it? No, it's not, because I don't have all of the stuff up there. So I don't... I need to be able to do... Oops. That one. If I look at this build here, this is 1.5, so each of these builds will deliver 3 steel per second. So if I need 23, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's 24 steel per second, and that needs a lot of buildings. And it also needs a lot more mining location here, and we can see here we are peaked at net 192. Luckily, we could say that we don't need all of these to be running all the time, and if they just build, then they're going to build up a pretty big storage inside. Basically, what do we have? Like 48 of each, so that's 4,800 in each of these as stockpile that will just be built. But what I'm doing here is I'm taking this 2 million and this 2 million. Thank you very much, Bartek, for supplying with the iron really close and vast quantities right here. So that's basically what we're seeing. I want to put these three into a collected location, into a big location like that one, just so that we can use the 50,000 signs we spent on recursion to something, and that's going to be one of the next things. So you can see steel was really difficult to make, or not difficult, but it took a lot of resources to make all of this, and we're now in a position where we need more drones. And remember, the drones are coming from subscribers on Twitch, so that was something that will just hopefully naturally increment as the game progresses, and that will be sort of the challenge from here, using them in the best possible way, sort of maybe taking some of these out, like 15 here. Do we really need 15 at this point? I don't think so, and but it would be nice to get this one out of the way as well. It's kind of in the way. Let's move forward and see what else we can do for the purple signs as we progress with the base. And here we are. So this is at the last stream of the week. So this is at this one. This is what we are going to log in on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central European Time on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Nilaus. There we go. There you got the address if you should have forgotten. And we are continuing to work on this area. This is our purple signs area, but there are a few other things that we've done as well. We've moved out, or we've upgraded our solar panels. That just keeps going. What we can also see is like things are just running out. This one was just tapped and it's running out. I'm mining all the way out here. I'm mining this iron out here. This big area of copper has run out, and many other things have run out. And we started taking the red signs and how's that red? It's blue signs, and getting it all the way over here. So what we're really seeing now is that a lot of resources are being consumed, and a lot of things are being run out. We are now up to 410 potential miners that we can use. That's absolutely excellent. Let's have a look at this one. We still have all of our steel production. I have not hooked it up again because I've been focusing on this one. Another really important thing, we now have a roboport setup. This is my default setup for just running around the base. I want to be able to run fast, and then we have 100 robots and 2 fusion reactors, and that's basically how it is. We have this little thing so we can have nanobots still working while also having robots. But that means now we have robots and we have a quick movement, so no need for the car, except if we need it for sort of a additional transport. Here we have another iron build. This is coming in because I need the iron build for the green circuits. The green circuit is coming up here. This is producing 24 green circuits per second. And the 24 green circuits will be going in here. Some of it for the productivity modules, and the majority actually going into that one, where I've decided to continue to use the small one that we have before. This one is the small one. It doesn't do much, but it does 3, and I need exactly 9 of these. So by having 9 in here, then we can just pretend that we have a good suggestion, a good build here. This is of course something that I want to transition, but at this point, until I have purple signs, then I don't have modules, and I don't have better productivity modules, productivity modules Mark 3, and what else do I not have? Yeah, the yellow assemblers. So once I have those 3, I'm gonna do a new redesign. But until I do that, there's really no point in making like new redesigns for this. But it's definitely something I want to do moving forward. So that's just FYI that we at this point make this in a very simple, basic manner, because we have the blueprint and it will get the job done 9 per second. That goes in here. This will go in here. But what we realize is that each of these, let's see, requires a modest 12 plastic per second, plus also 12 copper per second, actually. Hold on. That's not going to work, because I'm only bringing 1 line in. I should bring 2 lines in. That's interesting. I need to bring 2 lines in because I need 36 copper per second and also 36 oil per second. So that means next time we are going to get some more oil to up our plastic production. This one is not quite getting all of it out. I think actually this is not consuming a full belt. No, it's definitely not. This is consuming 12, but I bring it all the way out. So this is actually producing 60 per second potentially. Then I could just take these two out and zoom them all the way down to here. That should be good, and that will be where we need to go. And we also have the stone bricks, the stone, and the steel. Bring it all together in here, do some routing, and then out pops just a modest amount of purple science that we'll then have to route all the way up here to that one, and then we have the purple science. Well, that's the theory of these. That's what we're going to do next time, and once we do that, then we are going to unlock like some of the more important things, as I mentioned, modules, better productivity modules, and also the yellow assemblers. Once we have that, I'm going to make a robot hub so that we have one place where we just have everything available. And once we have that, then we can start going into sort of a module and beacon builds, so to really just get more productivity and speed out of our builds. But I think we're going to go all the way up to rocket launching with 3 science per second, and then from there on we'll see how far we want this system to go. Now, as you can probably sense in here, that we are actually running out a lot of materials, and that's what I meant by the fact that the weekend that we didn't play Factorio has actually been a big help, because I ran a marathon stream 24 hours over the weekend playing Icarus, and during that there were a number of hype trains. So thank you very much for everyone who did that. And hype trains, as we know, is the way that the more resources spawn. So when we drop into the game next time, we are going to see a massive amount of resource spawning, hopefully not destroying any of our builds, but that could happen. And then we'll be starting to tap those, which is just in the nick of time, because we are really running low on resources. So perfect timing and perfect balancing in this setup, so that we have what we need for our continued expansion of the base. I hope you find these summaries interesting, educational, funny, whatever, and maybe you want to drop on by for the live streams. It is not, as I know a lot of people are going like, I hate Twitch, it's a stupid platform. That's fine, but we actually have a lot of fun here, and I think a lot of people who used to watch here on YouTube have now migrated to Twitch, because it's just fun when we can hang out and talk about things together while playing the game. So anyway, you are very welcome to drop by. If you do, then it is over at twitch.tv/Nilaus. It's at 8 p.m. Central European Time. It's Factorio on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays, and some other game at this moment, Valheim, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you either here on YouTube or maybe on Twitch. Until next time, take care and stay effective.